wait. No, 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 no.
Listen.
Listen.
Wait.
I hate you for that.
Let me fix it.
Class, welcome to our first afterpod, Mama.
Afterpod. It's the pod after the pod.
So, writer Fran, what is this?
This always happens after we record an episode. We just stay on Riverside and catch up, and then we inevitably start saying really funny shit. And I'm like, we should record this. And then we had this great idea to record them and save them so that when we're on our breaks, because we're going to do another break,
Right.
That we can put out these little mini afterpods to satiate the appetite of the class.
Yeah, we don't want to leave you lonely. We know you were out here in the cold when we were away, when we were in the sun in Cancun. No kidding. We about to be though. So we just want to give you a little taste.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and this will come out in a while, so I feel okay saying it. But there's a reason that I'm all dressed up today.
Oh, felicidades! Congratulations!
Thank you very much. I went to Abbott Elementary today so that I could go see my wallpaper on set. And, I had to beat this face. I was like, well, I'm not about to
she's also trying to get a job, right?
I know. I'm like, which camera? Which one do I look into? No, it was so wonderful. It was genuinely so surreal to see. It looks so good. And Janine, who's played by Quinta Brunson, of course, it's in her bedroom in her apartment. And her apartment is so cute and quirky and colorful and mixed and like bold. And just the wallpaper fits so perfectly. And I just... honestly, my face hurts from smiling hard. Like every single person, I was like, "You see that? I did that. That was me." You see that line? I did that. Doing all these swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
That's so good. And we were just talking to we're fixing the class. We were talking to, I think Jay was their name, about like they were a barber. They're starting a business. They're living at home and trying to figure out what the next step is. And like this is why we're an inspiration. You're an inspiration because like you saw that come to fruition, right? From literally doing something for yourself in your apartment to now having wallpaper. You know, that is so fucking cool.
And doing something because I was depressed. I was in most of this painting. I was crying.
Well, I didn't say that part. I didn't say that part,
no,
but I know
so
you
happy.
were. That's why you did it
knew.
because you were getting out your anxiety and depression, right?
Yeah. Wait, how's your apartment stuff coming?
God.
Wait, how long have you been in the new place now?
Yeah. So I moved in August, I think 15th or something like that, mid-August. So like 2.5 months.
It's time, dude.
It's fucking October, right? But if you actually saw what this room looks like, you'd be like, "Sir, you are a hoarder." It is. My office is still just like bins and shit I haven't had time to deal with. Yeah. Tonight, I'm actually going to put up some photos. So it's like half done, right? Yeah. It's like I'm living in it, but I also, girl, I went into that credit. I'm paying off these credit cards from moving up here, and so like that is my first task. I've been buying stuff here and there, but I need to wait till I pay that stuff down.
Also give yourself grace because it does take it takes a little over a year to really get. Yeah, it does. Yeah,
because you have to figure out the space and what you want, and like, oh, this space is bigger than my last apartment. Oh, I need this thing now living here,
and then you have to order stuff, and then you're like, I think I want something that will fit here, but I'm not really sure what it is. But like when you see it, you're gonna know it. And it's going to take some time. Have you ever bought something
and then had to be like, this isn't the right thing?
Oh, all of the time. I mean, that's most of my closet is a bunch of stuff that I like bought on a whim. And it's so funny because I am really type A, but there are some parts of me that are just really impulsive. And I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'll just buy this. And then I get it home and I'm like, I didn't try this on. It definitely does not fit. Or I saw it online and I'm like, yes, it's perfect. And then I didn't fucking measure. And then it comes and it's the wrong size. And I'm like, great.
Yes, that happened in my last apartment with this credenza that I then sold for like $10 or something. I also like, akin to that, I bought a bidet and I kept being like, oh.
Yeah.
I was
you
like,
love it?
I'm getting a debate, dyslexic debate.
You're debating getting a debate. You're
getting a debate. I got my bidet and I like hugged it when I opened the pack. I was so fucking excited. But then like my toilet I can't easily take it off and put it in. So now I have to have a task rabbit come because like the screws won't come undone. I have to work harder at it, I think.
Just have someone else do it.
I'm having someone else do it. But like that was one thing I became obsessed with. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And then one night, sitting stoned on my couch, I was like, I want to do that. And I just hit send, and I was so happy when it fucking came. You know.
Let me tell you, when the great toilet paper reckoning of the pandemic happened, I was so glad I had that bidet. I was like, you know what? I have toilet paper, but I also got this bad boy. The only downside, and I hope you didn't make this mistake, is I should have gotten the warming one. Mine shoots cold water into your butt. It shocks me. I've had that bidet for like 3 years. It shocks me every single time.
Like, oh,
literally, I have to brace myself. I'm like, okay, I'm about to do this.
That is such a singular experience that I know so many people are going to be able to relate to. That is so fucking funny to me.
And also, like, just truly the most bougie situation. I should have gotten the warming.
I did not get a warming bidet because like there were more money, and I was like, if I'm going to spend money on it, I'm going to get a practical one.
No, but you should have gotten the warming.
But when I was in Tokyo, the fucking seat was warm, and the water. You had an option. You could warm the water. You could like, do you want a room temp? Do you want?
They have green tea water, sparkling.
You know, but like. The warming water actually was jarring to me. I mean, I guess it was all jarring to me. That's why. Because I hadn't really had water. That's not true. I was going to say, I haven't had water in my butt like that. I was like, but when one bottoms, one tends to put water up
I think it's got to be, I think, again, I have not had that experience, but I will say, now that I've had the bidet, I wish that it was warm. The cold is just too much.
Like, okay, Dylan, back to one. I'm just telling you, you should have got the warming bidet. That's what I said. I said what I said.
You should have.
I know.
I genuinely regret it. And I don't know what the name of the bidet company is, but if they are listening to the Afterpod, hit us up.
Come on now.
This is a great commercial.
But we would love warming. What I say, the bays.
No, I would put the cold one on my guest bathroom, and I would put the warm one.
That would still be a treat. It would be
a treat. I have a little squatty in the guest room, and every guest bathroom.
Let's go to the squatty, because I got a squatty. I'm so excited, but I got like a cute squatty, not like I didn't want like a geriatric squatty.
Like a bamboo one that
I got
matches.
A bamboo squatty. I got a bamboo fucking squatty, but I'm a giant, and and my hips are narrow. The thing is so tight that like my feet on it are on the like corners and like digging into my feet. And I was like, this wasn't the right size. I should have got a jumbo size. Yeah.
Yeah, you should listen. I also have a travel. I have a travel one that goes inside of your suitcase, folds right up.
Is that a bamboo one too?
No, it's just like a little plastic one. It's like
one.
A knockoff. It's probably not actually squatty potty. It's like it's like poopy chair.
Pooping M's. So this is one thing I wanted to bring up in the afterpod. So I met a dude who was married for 18 years in a heterosexual relationship, and then came out after 18 years.
Wow, good for him.
Kids. And 4 kids, very happy with his partner now. And I just wanted to bring that up because that is such a beautiful testament to your life is not over. You can change. You will, on the other side of whatever difficulty, you will survive, right? It's only a moment. It's only a moment.
Better, and listen, better late than never.
Yes.
You know, life is short. Live those years the way that you want to, rather than having regrets. You can't go back in time. You can only go forward.
Right.
So I love that for him. I wonder if, the thing I think about when that happens is, in my heart, I would hope that means that the ex-partner thinks like, oh, our relationship ended not because of anything that I did. We just weren't right for each other. But I could imagine that some people might feel a way still, like, oh, you lied to me, or I wasted those years, or whatever. And I hope that's not the situation that he's in with his ex-partner.
I hope not either, and or two. And I think that someone said this to me. Actually, he said it to me. He was talking about relationships, and he said, I just want the other person's happiness and for you to be your fullest self with me. So how can I facilitate that? Right. And it was a beautiful way of looking at relationships. And I think like if you being with somebody else would make you happier. Hopefully, pain is going to be there no matter what. Like that's a hard thing, a breakup, right? Or like a decoupling of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like if you really love them and you really care for them, like hopefully you'll be able to allow them to do what they need to do for themselves, to make themselves happy.
Yeah, isn't there a song that's like, if you love something, let it go? Or did I make
If
that
it
up?
makes you happy. I don't know. I like that one.
That's a Sheryl Crow. I don't think she says that in that one,
Mm-mm.
but there's some lyric about letting things go if you really love it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, no, listen, it's easier said than done. But shout out to him for living his truth. I love that for him.
Absolutely. I'm trying to be living my truth more and more. Y'all, class, I hope you're living in your truth as well.
Yeah, listen, the dating thing. I'm not there right now, but we're figuring it out.
Oh, it's the never ending story.
Yeah, it's just hard.
Wait, I had therapy on Friday, and she said to me, we're talking about relationships, and I was like, ugh, I just feel like I have so much love to give. I have so much love to give. Then she goes, how are you on like being loved or receiving love? And I went, my whole face scrunched up. And she was like, oh, and I was like, oh, I guess then that's information, huh?
Yeah.
Being loved and receiving love is something I have to figure out.
Yeah.
That
I
is
mean,
like
listen, speaking as your friend, I know when somebody starts getting in there, you start coming up with you're like, no, and this and this and that and this and this
always
is why.
looking for it. Yeah, always looking for it.
Okay, well, listen, I like this new therapist. I know it was hard for you to find somebody and, and it's a lady. Look at you.
A black lady, right? Black lady.
Okay, not you trying to be like me.
Like Mike. How is Shawnee? Is Shawnee in town these days? Because this bitch is always on vacation.
Where is Shawnee? Yes, Shawnee is fine. Look, I don't want to break up with Shawnee, but I feel like I should because I'm paying out of pocket for her because I'm not in New York.
No, you should have broke up with this girl.
I know. I like her.
That's a lot of out of pocket, Fran. That's so much money.
I know. Look,
it's hard. I know.
I have it. And she has a lot of vacation she wants to go on. I'm trying to help her.
She's like, so it's a win-win kind of.
We're in a partnership here. Yeah, I don't know. Did you do like a little catch up? Because when we did couples therapy, they talked about getting your new therapist up to speed. Did you do that with yours? Because that's the thing I'm not excited about.
That is, as I'm currently in that's the thing I'm not excited about either. Right, but here's what I will say: that is going to be rigorous and like difficult, right? Because you don't want to do it, but it's necessary to do. The thing that I'm finding as I'm doing it reluctantly is that I'm able to speak about it so clearly. Like I have so much more awareness around the traumas, right? I can speak about my behaviors as a result of the traumas, where those came from. So in the recap of my life, I actually am super proud that I'm like, oh, wow, I've actually created more space to look at these things very objectively or more objectively. Yeah. And I have a better sense of them. And that was a really nice reward, despite, again, it being a little bit laborious, fucking trying to tell this person your whole life story.
Yeah. I'm so.
I hear you.
But I'm like, so nice.
I love because my last therapist.
What I love about Shawnee is she knows. It's so funny to me, honestly. It cracks me up because when I talk to her about you or Sham, Shawnee will be like, hey, you know how Sham is. And I'm like, okay, because you know what Sham does. You know what Sham gonna do. She gonna look at that moon. Like, we talk about her as if Shawnee is like knows her.
That is so fucking funny. Well, I would mention you with my last therapist a lot. And then he did this to me. I would be like, Francesca, my best friend. He's like, I know Fran.
I know who she is. I know who Fran is.
Established. That's so funny. One of the things that I really appreciated about my new therapist is that I fucking make her laugh.
Oh.
We've had 2 sessions. And when
you win therapy. You win. You are healed.
Yes. If my little self-deprecating shtick, stand up type 5, gets you, oh God, it's so gratifying.
Oh, 1000%. I love making Shawnee laugh. And it's this thing of like, I don't know, some part of me wants thinks like, oh, she's just laughing because, she's trying to make you feel good. But it's not that, because they don't laugh at everything. Because sometimes I say stuff and she'll be like, let's dig into that. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, she sees that that's not a real joke. I'm actually exposing myself for being broken.
Have you had this moment where you make a joke or you say something and then you go, oh, I already know what you're going to say? Because you know them too. You know the work you've done together. And I would
that
say
happens before. That happens before I go, and I know what you're about to say. So don't, because she starts scrunching up her face. And I'm like, fix your face. I know.
I need you to take a sip of water, Shawnee. Collect yourself.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, that definitely happens where I know how she's going to feel about something. I will say kind of how you were sharing that you felt really proud of yourself that you're in a place where you're able to talk about certain things. I'm really proud of myself that I tell my therapist the truth, because there were times where I wouldn't tell her the whole
tell her the whole
scenario.
Same.
Just say like only a little bit of it. And then another day I'd be like, and so, I'm dating this guy. She'd be like, whoa, you're dating somebody. I'd be like, oh yeah, I've been seeing this person and I just didn't tell you about it.
Lie by omission.
Yeah.
But that I would argue that is you building trust, because I did the same thing, right? One of the things I told my new therapist was, I'm LGBTQ community is like a big part of my identity. And so I need to know where you stand. How are you connected to the community? Because if you're not, I want to be able to speak freely about that stuff and not hold back, So I hear you. That takes trust. That takes trust and time to tell them the whole truth. And I also said this. Is that your damn dog? Oh, I was like, who is breathing in the mic like that? Damn. Oh my God. What is wrong with him?
He's a dog. He's a dog. I took him to the vet. I am tired of taking him to the vet, and they just go, nothing's wrong with him. They're like, good news and bad news. Good news is he's fine. Bad news is $500.
$1,000, please.
$500? And Flex just looking at me like,
wait, is it $500 a visit generally?
It just depends on what it is, but they run blood work, they,
X-ray, MRI, all that shit.
Exactly. And if they're going to take blood, they need to give him something to calm him down, because he's a little snip.
How do they calm him down? They give him a shot?
They give him some medicine so that
a little CBD?
Yeah, or something. I don't fucking know. But it's usually like the $300 to $500 range. Depends on what it is. When he was chewing on his paw, that was almost $1,000. They had to shave his paw. They had to give him a sedative. They had to scan, do a little X-ray.
I'm like, how much is just to take the paw off?
Just take the foot. He just pisses me off so much, because I feel like the day I don't take him, the time I don't take him, something will be wrong.
Oh, God.
And when it comes to the cough, they just said, he's just a dog. Sometimes they cough, they burp, they fart, he gets a little hairball.
The system, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I was like, who? I remember one time he opened that door behind you, and that cracked my shit up.
He sure did. He opens his door all the goddamn time.
So funny.
He runs this place. Listen, I think this was a very successful afterpod.
Me too. Class, tell us how you like it.
Maybe we make a little afterpod,
no, definitely.
Something?
We should do something. Yeah.
And there's no rush, because we're not going to put these out
for a minute.
Until I guess January, end of December.
What I might do? I might ask you to send me an audio of you just speaking some, or maybe go through some. Let me think. Ponder it.
Oh yeah, we'll come up. Here's the thing: we don't have to rush.
We ain't got to rush.
We can. Okay, so I'm turned on.
Please don't rush it. Please don't.
I'm sorry. I feel like Delon doesn't.
Is unscripted, unedited. Okay.
I feel like Delon doesn't believe me when I'm like, Delon, you could get it. Don't play with my emotions. And then Delon says something. I'm like, oh, I just felt her jump.
She said, "Now wait a minute." Okay, listen.
Yo, Delon, we don't have to rush.
We ain't gotta rush. Do you ever want to rush? Come on now.
No. Well, sometimes you're like, oh my God, I just like, oh, I want to fuck.
Oh yes, yeah. Totally.
Sometimes you're just like, I just want to go. But then like for the other person to be like, we're gonna take our time. That is just, then you're like, oh, now you really have done it. Because
fucked.
now I really want to do it.
right.
Oh my
Ain't nothing better, yo.
We really did it. We did it all. We did it all except
in 20
the deed.
minutes.
In 20 minutes.
So
okay, first after pod done.